Om Arunachal Shiva, Arunachal Shiva. Jananim Sardam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padpadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhat Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Welcome all. The other day we discussed something about Vedanta. We saw what Vedanta means and how it was popularized in this modern times by Swami Vivekananda and other great masters. Today we will talk something about superimposition. To understand Vedanta, the concept of superimposition must be grasped correctly. The technical word for superimposition in Sanskrit is called Adhyas or Adhyarop. It is the common example given in Vedanta scriptures is like, suppose you are traveling in a dark patch and you see a piece of rope lying on the road. Due to darkness, you assume that it is a snake lying on the road. You start getting afraid and other things. Your nervous system gets trembling and other signs of fear appear on your body. But if you focus light on that part and you see that it is not a snake but rope, all your fear suddenly vanishes. There was no snake there, but due to darkness, the rope was mistaken to be snake. Vedanta says our case is something similar. In place of infinite pure consciousness, bliss, self or supreme spirit or God, we experience ourselves as ego, personalities, thoughts, emotions, perceptions, body, and the others in the world. This is like a snake superimposed on the rope. What exists is only the infinite pure consciousness, self or Brahman. But almost all entire humanity experiences the multiplicity. This is superimposition. There are other examples given in Vedanta which are suitable for certain temperaments, like the example given of ocean and its waves and bubbles. Ocean, if it is there are no waves and no bubbles, it is a still, deep, vast reservoir of water. Now when waves and bubbles appear on this ocean, the waves and bubble are not separate from the water of the ocean. In fact, they don't have any existence apart from the ocean. Just the name wave and the form of a wave distinguish it from the ocean. Similarly, the reality of God or self, which is existence, consciousness and bliss absolute, when given name and form, me and you, my personality, my body, your personality, your body and the world, it is the like wave and bubbles. When we come to the practical point of view, when we experience our personality, our thoughts, our mood, emotions, our body, the superimposition needs to be explained further, and the scriptures tell us that a human being has three bodies: the superimposed bodies of causal body, subtle body and gross body. The gross body has a duration of 100 years, let's say. But the subtle body, that is the thoughts, emotions, personality, tendencies, does not die so easily, and it continues after the death of the physical body, manifesting further gross bodies, and thus continues the cycle of transmigration. When the knowledge of the self or God is gained, and this subtle body along with its cause, the causal body, merged into the absolute, the mukti or final liberation is attained. The causal body is the ignorance that we all feel, that we don't know who we are. That's why we assume ourselves to be particular person, particular associated with particular body. That is called as avidya or nascence. It is the body into which we go into deep sleep and wake up the next day in the waking state or in the dream state with a particular individuality. If by knowledge of the self causal body is destroyed, subtle body and causal body are destroyed, then even though physical body may be apparently alive, as in case of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, but there is no individual entity inside that physical body. And this is known as Jivan Mukti, or liberated in life. That is, the body is alive, but there is no soul or individual inside that body. What is there is just the absolute consciousness, which does not find itself restricted by a particular body. Another classification of the superimposition, that the three bodies that we discussed, is 5 sheaths or coverings on the real self. First is the obvious Annamaya Kosha, the food sheath that is made up of gross food. The inner 3 are the vital sheath, the mental sheath, and the intellectual sheath. Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha. These 3 combined can be said to be similar to subtle body. And the innermost sheath or the covering is called Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss sheath, which is similar to the causal body. Having known these details, how does it help in our spiritual practice, our sadhana, our journey towards liberation? First of all, it frees us from the tremendous attachment to the sense pleasures and the gross body itself. Once we know that our existence does not end with the end of the physical body, but it may continue in some other form, we become immediately alert to what we are thinking, what we are doing, whether we are committing any immoral acts, how are those consequences going to affect us in our future births. And it also gives us clarity as to what the goal of liberation means. So in brief, this is superimposition. In the next session, we will discuss de-superimposition, which is getting rid of this adhyasa or apvada. Till then, Hari Om Tat Sat.